God, it's so echoey now. You can hear every noise upstairs. Hello, how's it going? It says I'm live. Okay, good. It says I am live. Shush me. Okay. Waiting for the arrival of YouTube's favorite harpy. I'm here. I had to... Oh, yeah, you know what? I'll leave that up. Because if I leave that up, then I can tweet out we're live, right? I can totally tweet this out. How's everyone doing? Hello, Chris Perza. Hello, Herpicus McDurpington. Hello, Brent Newman. Hello, Adam Brim. Love your candid videos, Mecca, especially the relevant Ghostbusters ones. Yes. Hello, In a Disguise. Meep, meep, cough, cough. Who's in a disguise? Hello, Captain April. Hello, Inkwell. Who else was here waiting?
Hail Satan! Hail Satan! Hail Satan! Hail Satan!
Thank you so much. 2 a.m. in the UK, Sleeper Mecha Harpy 42, no contest. Good luck with the move, Kapla. Thank you so much. Oh god, I'm scrolling back on the chat looking to see who I missed. Hello, Seraph. Hello, the Prince. The Prince says, yo, random, I'm moving into a new house Saturday, so it has to be Destiny. Yeah. Hello from Chicago. Hello, Film Fantastic. I was just in Chicago on the 1st. Got to see Ghost in Chicago, so that was pretty awesome. Oh, man. You beat me to it, Chris Perza. You guys, I'm so echoey. I'm gonna try and stream maybe Monday, Sunday, Monday, something like that. Make it do something stupid, or I did something stupid. I watched She-Ra. Don't watch She-Ra. Don't watch She-Ra, Inkwell. React to Detective Pikachu. It's Pikachu. That's my reaction to it. I don't care. It's Pikachu. Hello, Riot Kitty. Hello, Joe Shatterstar. Christopher's eyes salute you. Yeah, see, the thing about Detective Pikachu is that I don't like Pokemon, so yeah, I mean, too late, I can't unsee. Yeah, that new She-Ra is terrible. That new She-Ra is just, oh, fucking me. It's just awful. Who decided that was a good idea? Who decided? Hello, Rivers. 727. Yes, Herpix McDurping. Don't put your eyes through She-Ra. Don't. You don't want to put your eyes through She-Ra. Oh my god, I'm so echoey. I hate it. Hello, Proper Jeremy. Proper Jeremy's here. Watch the first episode of She-Ra. Now I'm in chemotherapy. Well, it shouldn't give you cancer. I mean, you might need to wash your eyes out with bleach or something, but yeah, let me go. I'm live right now. Boop. For anybody who doesn't know, on the tweeters. Man. Oh, what do you think, Porta? I didn't get that far. I only got 2 episodes in. That's it. I'm done. You know, maybe we'll do some baked ones from Colorado, but no, I'm done on that. That's not good. I know, it's so echoey in here. I hate it. That's because everything is out. Even like the box stack is gone. The Cthulhus are gone. The only things that are here are like the posters on the wall, and they don't really help anything. It's not sounding echoey good. That's because I have a really good microphone. The show made you glad you're blind. Oh no. I'm watching She-Ra first, and I'm gonna hate watch Hera. Back to the Koji trailer. It's a brand new show from the Avatar creators. Oh god, no. I know. No. That's gonna be terrible too. I don't like Avatar: The Last Airbender or what's the other one? I don't know what the other one is. Spinderella, however you spell it, didn't even speak. Oh no. The Castlevania cartoon is awesome. You know, I saw the first season. I remember none of it. It's typical anime for me. It just goes in one ear and out the other. It's like, okay, it's a thing. It's anime. Okay, Korra. Jeffrey McMahon says, spoiler alert, apparently Swiftwind, which you can't call spirit, which we know call Horsey, was created by accident. Oh no. You're here. Oh, and you like the yokai poster. Hello, Trevor Random. Yeah, that was one of my Yokai Watch posters that I used to have in my background. Dynamo says, I like the 80s Shadow Weaver better than this latest sorry Shadow Weaver. The Horsey is an SJW Horsey. He kind of is. He's not Mr. Horsey Face. I'll give you that. He's not Mr. Horsey Face. Hello, DJD Show. That is not Glimmer. I know that bratty little girl is not. Avatar is good. Legend of Korra sucks. I can't. I just can't with cartoons anymore. I just can't. Hail Mecha, this is DJD Show. Well, hail DJD Show. Escape the Matrix. Hey, Random, what do you think about Mark Hamill's comments on Twitter? Oh, the one where he's like, we need all these women to be in charge.
I want my $2!
Hello, Lori Roberts. Thank you for being here. Frank Shawhan, Wiener Dog Clan. Have a safe trip, Anti-Mecca. Oh, doggies. I like doggies. Doggies are sweet. Hello, doggies. Thank you so much, Lori Roberts. And hello, thank you for being here. I appreciate it. So Mark Hamill's comments on Twitter. I think I have it saved here. I think I took a screenshot of it. I think I took a screenshot of it here. Let me look at my Twitter. Just so I'm going to quote it correctly. Hope the move is going well. It is. It's kind of sad because, like, I don't know. I'm going to miss my little office in here because this was, like, a perfect space for me. It was perfectly laid out and everything. But I don't know. He's probably back under contract again. Probably. Let's see. Where did he say it? Oh, I think it's in my screenshots. It's in my camera. My Hero Academia is actually good. I don't know. I just can't do anime. Also, all the shrill yelling. All the shrill yelling is something I just can't. All right, I do have a picture of it. Okay, so Mark Hamill says, for centuries, men have had their chance to rule the government with middling to poor results. Who's ready to let women take charge completely? Just women. I know I am. Yeah. So here's Mark Hamill's little tweet here. You know, that's a really terrible idea. Tell you why. Women are fine to be in charge of things. That's not a problem. When you kind of have to bash one gender in favor of the other gender, that is where the problem comes. Yes, I don't care as long as they're qualified. Yeah, and you know, and if you have to say that only men have done a terrible job, well, actually not. You know, Abraham Lincoln did a pretty good job freeing, you know, a certain oppressed group of people, in my opinion. You know, I think some presidents did some really good things as far as civil rights movements. I think some presidents did an okay job, and some government officials have done okay here and there. So just saying all men fucked up everything all the time is kind of stupid, right? Michael must really need the money, that's all I can say. Yeah, exactly. Patty Jenkins did well. No such thing as Queen Victoria or to Queen Elizabeth. SJW message wouldn't be annoying if they would write a good story. That's true. You just need a good story. You don't need to like go out of your way to say, look at us, we're woke. We're so not racist. See, we have this token black person or this token lesbian or what. You know, it's stupid. It's so stupid. Right, Kitty, my college professor says there won't be gender equality until the house is 50-50 split between male and female. Not kidding. That's not important. Gender equality isn't important so much as having qualified people who do the right thing for everybody. You know, they're separating us into these boxes of, you know, okay, men over here, women over here. That's not necessarily the case in how most people like associate, you know. We're no longer in this sort of day and age where people, you know, where you have all the men in the living room watching football and all the women in the kitchen knitting and cooking. You know, you have women in the living room watching football and you have men in the kitchen cooking, some, you know, depending on what they're interested in. We're for a while we got okay at being equal, and now we're in the back. We're regressing again. We're getting put in the back. Hello, Lotto Verser, welcome. Dr. Evan, my sister says women wouldn't go to war because men can't control our emotions, and we just go to war just like little children. She's a feminist SJW and actually hates and berates me. See, I think a lot of women have more emotional stuff. Like, I know I get in my moods and I get stuck on things, and it's really hard for me to not be raving and angry about things, right? We're regressing, but the genders are flipped. Kind of, yeah. All right, women never fight. What planet are you on? I know, women are catty and vicious, and you get one woman pissed at another woman, and you will never hear the end of it. You will never hear the end of it. I am 100% certain of that. I know by personal experience. But yeah, we're petty, we're jealous, we are, and not all of us are, but some of us have our moods like that, and some of us, we get in cliques, and men do too. It's not just a women thing, it's just a Am I your mummy? No, I am not. Oh god, I hated that episode of Doctor Who. That was so annoying. I hated that one so much. Try turning cats against each other. I know, I mean, it depends on the women too. Like, I have a lot of great female viewers, and I don't understand. I don't understand this whole issue of women only and men suck sort of thing that a lot of women get stuck on. I mean, it's so petty and pathetic. Melania Trump would agree with you. Melania Trump, I don't get it. I don't want to get into politics, but yeah, just regenerate already. And I still have someone who hates me because they hurt in the face with a dodgeball in 7th grade. That was 9 years ago. See, there's women I still can't stand that I knew 20 years ago, but it just depends on the woman. It just depends on the circumstances, I suppose. I don't know. Melania's a lovely woman, very pretty. I don't understand why people are always on her looks. Maybe because she was a model. Maybe that's all she had. That she was. I don't know. I don't know that much about her though. All I know is that she was a model. So, LukeCat42, the right person for the position is the right person for the position, regardless of race, gender, orientation, etc. Exactly. And having. Like, I was watching a Dose of Buckley video maybe about a year ago, and he said that I think BuzzFeed in Canada flat out put out a a job notice that they're not interested in hiring white men at all. It's like, that's sexist and racist to say we will hire anybody but white men. It's like, I don't know how they can do that. Yeah, looks aren't everything. I mean, further or closer? Closer to legal green stuff? I don't know. The anime poster staring at you. I can fix that. We can change it. Well, that's just a Yokai Watch one. We can change it out to there, President Kennedy. There, punk rock. We'll change it out to Kennedy. I got my Misfits poster there too. Oh, you didn't see this one. This one I've had on my wall since I was 15. I might as well take it down. It's about time. This one. There. I've had that one since I was about 15. Maybe 14. I don't know. That Beware poster. I also have, I miss my old Typo Negative poster that I had too as a kid. I have a picture of it. I have my Mystery Science Theater posters up here and my slashers playing poker. There's another one by the big Chris art that I need to get. It's like $20, so once I move, I'll get that one. But if I can afford it. But MK Ultra, thank you so much. $2 super chat. I hope your move goes well. Thank you so much. I think it will. I hope it will. I'm like kind of scared to death about living out there because it's gonna be so expensive and. Just the amount of money you have to come up with, like, for deposits and stuff. Like, the first leg of the trip is staying with my mom.
I want my $2!
The second one, once I'm there, is, like, looking for a place to live, permanent. That's gonna be it. And I'm, like, kind of worried that YouTube's not gonna be enough for expenses once I'm there. So I'm like, kind of scared to death about that. But hopefully everything will go okay. Hello, Rich Lawrence. Dark Saber Forest. Rest in peace, Peter Steele. I know. I miss my Typo Negative poster. But where's the dancing meme? Which dancing one? Did you watch the Noah MST episodes? I watched one. So the first episode of the new Mystery Science Theater was basically a rehash of a lot of the Fudgy the Whale sort of Patton Oswalt stand-up stuff that was on one of his albums. And I'm like, I already heard this. And Jonah Ray is like, I don't know. I don't like Felicia Day at all. So I really didn't. I don't already have a place. No, I've got a temporary place. Never mind, it showed up. Oh, there's more. There's like a 420 one. There's the 666. Actually, let me paste that. There's some really fun ones in there. So if you guys haven't seen them, they're kind of awesome. I'm going to change out. I am going to change out the 420 in probably once I get there. I'll probably do something Thanksgiving related. So I'll probably do that. But the 421 is kind of a newer one. It used to be pizza, but it is a newer, different version of the 420. Typo negative, energized music in the 90s and all. Yes. Darth Hammer, do you like super hot peppers like ghost peppers, scorpion peppers, Carolina Reapers? It depends. I do have a bottle of La Victoria hot sauce that I really, really like. I like spicy. I don't always like spicy. It just depends. It depends. I don't know. Have you ever played Life is Strange? I have seen it. I didn't play it. I watched a Let's Play of it. You need more Cartman. I do need some Cartman stuff. I do. Most of the GIFs are all Bill and Ted. Mikhail Ultra says, I like the new MST to some degree. It lacks something for sure. Good to see TV's Frank return as a guest spot. Oh, I missed that. I knew he returned. I mean, I missed that. Man, I could probably pull these down and show you guys these before we go. Are you able to say when you'll be able to stream again? Probably. Well, my mom is going to upgrade her internet to like the business one, so I think I will be able to stream once I'm there. You know, and if not, I can stream from my phone or tablet if I need to. I don't know if my phone data is good enough to stream, or if my phone is good enough, but I can probably stream from my tablet, like at McDonald's if I need to. On the way, let's see, driving is Saturday. It's like a 15-hour drive with cats. But there's your movie too, just Colorado. An undisclosed location in Colorado. What do you think of Bill and Ted 3 that's coming out? Oh, Bill and Ted 3 is gonna be cool. If it's done as well as the what is it? Cobra Kai, then it's gonna be great. South Park, not South Park. It's more like a McRandom, maybe. You're not an otaku millionaire. I am not an anything millionaire. I am not even a thousandaire. That's the kind of sad. Rich Lawrence, I was in Denver back in August, loved it. I like Denver. I'm not going to be living in Denver, just in an undisclosed. I grew up in Colorado. I'm from there, so I want to go back. Yes, Keanu Reeves and Alex Winter got that covered. It's going to be excellent. I hope so. I got Red Dead 2 today, but I can't play it. I'm still waiting on my best friend to get a copy so we can laugh together. Oh, Red Dead 2 is amazing. Herpicus McDerby, thank you so much. $6.66 super chat. I haven't died of alcohol poisoning yet.
Hail Satan! Hail Satan! Hail Satan! Hail Satan!
I love that. I love that one so much. It's so great. Yeah, that's Dave Grohl as the devil, and that's the Tenacious D. I don't know. Are the audio things popping up? I have no idea. Can you guys hear the pop-ups? I hope so. If you saw Transporting 2, then just now. Oh, Trainspotting 2 was good. I didn't mind that. Hey, Denver buildings are so tall, it makes me dizzy. Okay, the buildings aren't really that tall in downtown Denver compared to like some of the other downtown sort of places. Denver is like a huge sprawling thing, though. You know, put that on a ringtone. The Hail Satan you can just find as a GIF. You should do a laugh. Switch the Hail Satan to Sabrina the Teenage Witch. Oh, maybe. I'll probably switch some of these out once I have more time to do it. Because you gotta, like, find the pop-up that you want, and you've gotta, like, find the audio clip that you want. Time for bourbon.
Hail Satan! Hail Satan!
Oh,
Hail Satan! Hail Satan!
But Newman donated $666. America Heart P42 needs spare change of their journey. Give generously, please. Thank you. I really appreciate it. I do. Good news is gas is only going to be like $80, give or take. So that's not going to be too bad. Yes, praise Dave Grohl for a barbecue for the firefighters. Did he do a barbecue for firefighters? That's nice. Keanu is beyond Bill and Ted. Oh, Keanu is coming back for Bill and Ted 3, though. He is. Hello, Tags Mickey. Welcome. I mean, only Jeff Saul. Wow. Saying Hail Satan. I could use Ghost. They're from Year Zero. I could use them as a pop-up maybe. I don't want to use like music though. I don't want to use like copywritten music so much. Keanu needs to finish John Wick 3. He does. Bill and Ted is the bomb. Yeah, I've got a lot of Bill and Ted pop-ups on here too. We're going to have to relocate shortly. How much longer do you think you'll be on? I don't know. I just started. So at least we'll probably do a good hour and a half tonight. been a while since I've been in one of these streams. Well, thank you for being here. Hello, oof, oof. Welcome, everybody. Yeah, we've got a lot of cool stuff going on with, like, I don't know. I think I need to pull down my other two. If you guys haven't seen these, you guys haven't, I think I can pull this down. Oh. All right, this one's the autographed one. Since they gotta come down anyway. Oh, you guys can see you. So this is the autographed Mystery Science Theater poster. And that's one of my paintings in the background that you guys can't see probably. So I can put this one here. Right, I got one more. Oh. And this one. This is the that's actually the one from the theater, the Mystery Science Theater, the movie. It's double-sided. It is full size. It's almost too big for my office. Alright, you go here. I don't know if you can see that behind me there. Yeah, you can kind of see that. I do have legs. I have feet too. You guys never get to see them, but I have feet. I have socks on. Hello, Dr. Coffin Nails. Yeah, I have a torso and a body under this you guys usually don't see. Oh, but man, that's the other posters you guys never get to see. Oh, and then this one. It's probably not worth it. So there's this one. And then of course the autographed one. So that painting is actually a Braque painting that you can kind of see the little tippy tail of underneath. That's because the poster frame isn't so, it isn't quite the right size, but. Did you notice how the sad dads are not selling? Which? Who? Oh, he must have retracted. Okay. I have some cool stuff. No, this is just all the stuff that is coming. I mean, they're coming down anyway. Like, all my posters are coming down off the walls. I packed up the Migos. I packed up everything, so. That you're born without legs like all YouTubers. I know. That's how we all are born without legs, right? None of YouTuber has legs. Not a single one of us. Not a single one of us. We're all just talking heads in closets, right? That's what they call us. You're just a talking head in a box. Are there Orville DVDs yet? I think, yeah, the first season is out on DVD. Yeah, I thought you were a Russian bot. I am a Russian bot. That's the thing. I am a Russian bot. I do have the red hair. For what? To be a Russian bot? I know. I'm wearing pants. I am wearing clothes. Well, I'm wearing like sweatpants.
Excellent friend.
Miss Katniss subscribed. Thank you for being a brand new subscriber. I've never seen my legs approach any of the other YouTubers. No. I actually shaved them today for the first time in like a week. I just haven't had time. So chicks dig giant robots. I don't know. I thought chicks dig metaphors, but that's like a Sparks song and nobody's going to get that reference. Are we all Russian bots? We are all Russian bots. We are also all Devo. And I don't have my energy dome. It got packed away.
Greetings, my excellent friend.
Rich Lawrence, thank you for being a brand new subscriber. Also, if you guys are brand new and haven't subscribed yet, and have like checked out a few of my videos and haven't gotten around to subscribing, if you do subscribe while I'm live or while I screw up,
Greetings, my excellent
this
friend.
pops up. That totally pops up. Must hate Last Jedi. Beep beep. See how wax. Who has money to wax? I shave like a poor person.
Greetings, my
Kevin
excellent
Brielle just
friend.
subscribed. Thank you for bringing a brand new subscribe. We have a lot of brand new subs. Thank you guys so much. Rivers, I actually got blocked by an SJW just because of a different opinion than him, and I didn't insult him. Pretty sure he gets pegged on a daily basis. That's what they usually. That's one of the things that they do. They end up blocking you for no reason. Rob, there's Rob from Midnight's Edge, one of my co-hosts over there on Midnight's Edge After Dark. He says season 1 of The Orville is out on DVD December 11th. That's good to know. It's not on Blu-ray though. It's just DVD, so it's also only $20. Daniel Bradley, I love the videos. Keep the truth about She-Ra. I might do another video about She-Ra before the move just to kind of upload. I might actually record that tonight, so it'll be super echoey again. So I might do that. I didn't get into it too much, but you remember on Last Jedi and on Star Wars Resistance, the latest Star Wars cartoon where you had a whole bunch of fake 5-star reviews by people who just created an account just to give a review? You know, like an intern that's paid to do that? That's one of the things. 10K celebration. Yeah, we're going to have a 10K celebration soon. Holy crap. I did not realize, like, according to my dashboard, I've gained like 60 subs today. Crazy. It's crazy. Like, I didn't realize. I don't know. I mean, I'm like super excited about it. But yeah, we're like less than 250 away. So share the channel if you guys like it. Go out and tweet about me, and I don't know how else to share my channel, but it's weird. I hear the Orville is better than SD.
Excellent!
It is. Oh, Chris Perza, thank you so much. Gas money for the move. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Chris Perza, you're one of my awesome people, and you're over on Patreon, and I'm sorry I don't do that much on Patreon this month. I've really been trying to do more. I think before the move, I'm going to try and do one audio podcast for the move, or before the move. I don't know what about yet, but I'm going to try and do something. I'll try and talk about something. Yes, don't trust Rotten Tomatoes. Exactly. If you do watch more She-Ra, please bring alcohol for your safety. Well, I'll be in Colorado, so I can get like there's this awesome root beer stuff. It's so expensive. It's like $10 a bottle, so I might just get like a thing of cookies or something. But you can go to these little stores in Colorado, and yeah, I think I might get a thing of cookies or gummies or something, and then I'll watch She-Ra, because I think it'll be a little easier to sit through if I do watch anymore. I don't know if I want to watch anymore, but that might be one of the plans of a stream while I'm out there. I don't know yet. Also, I'm still sick, so I gotta blow my nose real quick. Sorry. I'm like, I've been taking cold medicine, not that much, maybe just at night so I can breathe, but man, looking forward to the 1,000-mile drive. I kinda like driving. I like road trips. I used to go see Ween and stuff on road trips, or Danzig, or whoever else I would watch in concert. IGN gave She-Ra a 7.9. Well, IGN are shills. Yeah, stick to Twilight Zone and Babylon 5. Yes. How about mecha biography per Patreon? Maybe. I mean, any real Patreon, like, lengthy stuff has to probably be in December. This month, I think I put out, like, a video of, I can do, like, a guitar video. I think I have one on there. I can do an outtake. I did, I think 2 takes of something. I can probably do an outtake of one of the videos I made recently. Hello, Hippie Crusher! Can't wait for the She review if you do one. Well, I did my reaction. I might do some sort of, like, a condensed, here is what I actually think of the show. But, I mean, I kind of did it as I was going. We need a she-bake. It'll be fun. You might need some of that cough and cold syrup that YouTube was advertising during your She-Ra video. Well, I have cough drops. I have some Sucrets. Hello, Operation Sky Pebbles. Congrats on your 10,000 subs. I hope you've insured all your stuff before the move. Yeah, the thing has insurance, so yeah. You missed the start. No worries. In Colorado, you can get all the good stuff. I'm trying to get my mom CBD oil to help with arthritis, but I figured out what it actually is. Now she's a bit concerned. Oh, she didn't know. Hello, Sith Kryptonian. Socially impaired. Love your videos. Thank you. Also, if you guys don't know Rob, Rob's from Midnight's Edge After Dark. So, you know, we always do podcasts over there. I hope Tom wasn't planning on doing one tonight. I know we had to cut it short yesterday because this kid had his hand cut. So we kind of cut off real quick in the middle of that. But no, we got like a good hour and a half. By the way, the new Charmed on the CW sucks majorly. I didn't watch the original, you know, and I guess since people like kind of my hate watch sort of videos, maybe I'll do a hate watch of Charmed. Tell her there's no THC in it so she won't get high. Yeah, you won't get high on CBD oil. At all. Still love the edge. Another channel says, I didn't watch She-Ra, I watched Super Drags instead. It was better. I'm sure it was. I'm sure it was. Yeah, I've got... So this is kind of an old Nightbot... It's on this side. It's kind of an old Nightbot message. LuCat42. Oh, Charms reboot. I love the original version, but I have no interest in checking out the new atrocity. See, I never watched the original, but I don't know. It can't... This new one can't be any good. Grumpy Nightbot. Oh, the Nightbot's not terrible. Andrew Viller's I quit the CW once they ruined the Arrowverse. The Arrow... Okay, so I never watched any of the superhero shows either. I just got kind of... I just get so burned out on TV. I really, really, really have to love something for me to even bother with it, I think. And that's kind of the point where I'm at with TV. You made a quick progress packing. Did you buy it yourself? Well, this was definitely... There's a lot of other... Yeah. Well, I didn't have that much stuff just to like pack 3 or 4 boxes a day. It's not that much stuff. Not that much. There's a lot of stuff, but... Rob Shlomo says, I'm not even a She-Ra fan. This is part of a larger problem with the whole weaponizing identity politics against the fans. Exactly. No, so I just had this thought, like, I think it was this morning or yesterday. I think it was yesterday. And I was just like in the shower thinking, oh my God, they're weaponizing diversity against us. And I'm like, let me write that down. So of course I write that down, and then I'm like, okay, I gotta do a rant about it. I thought about it for a couple of days. I'm like, I have to do a rant about that. And they're weaponizing diversity against us. Well, you may even know trading. People used to trade yokai and Pokemon on my channel because I used to play the video game Yokai Watch, which is a video game where you can trade the little digital monster-y guys. Kind of like Digimons. Or Digimons or whatever. Oh, time to turn on indie films. Time to turn to indie films. Yes, you go to indie... Well, indie films have always been good. Rather Goblin Slayer than She-Ra, but then again, I'm a misogynist. Yeah, it's... I know, they love to call people names based on what they think will insult you into watching. And like, I don't want to be bullied into watching your shit. I just don't. Your stuff isn't good enough for me to even care about watching, so you don't have to bully it. Nightbot has been updated well. Sarah, you know how to do it if you want to update it. But yeah. Yeah, if you do, I think you have access to, since you have the wrench. Todd Andrew Barnett, I think you're correct. I think so too. I think that's what they're doing, is they're just like weaponizing diversity against us. Did you like the show Defiance? I actually haven't seen the show Defiance. The shows I really love are like Babylon 5, Stargate. I'm a huge Stargate fan. Of course, TNG, TOS, DS9. I love all those. I like Voyager quite a bit. But no, I didn't really get into Defiance. I don't know. Stargate Universe I think was better than than some of the others. I have not seen The Expanse. So one of the things I want to do once I'm settled into the new place is possibly start reviewing The Expanse. I'm kind of scared to death to do it because I don't know if I'm going to like it. Basically, I couldn't make it like 5 minutes into it. But man, and that was only because that was only because it was so blue. It was just so blue. They wanted an overweight character, Frosta, Perfuma, or Entrapta would have been a better choice. Yeah, I don't know why they had to do Spinnerellas, like just this. And it's not even so much the weight as being the issue. It's like the art style, the changing them for no reason. They're changing them to critic-proof them. They're changing them to weaponize their diversity so that we think... So it's not even so that we think that, like... How do I phrase this? So that they can bully us into giving good reviews. So that we're afraid of being called sexist or misogynist or, judging or prejudice against overweight people or prejudice against gay people. And they do that, and that's why I made the video today about weaponizing diversity. It's like they get it in their heads that well, this show might not be that good. So maybe we have to change all these characters up just enough so that they can't criticize it. Because if it's diverse, then they at least have something that they can say positive about the show. Naomi from The Expanse is the character Mikey Sposs wishes she was. Yes, I'm not. I know I'm not. And that's the thing. We're not. We are not. You know, you might have one or two people out of tens of thousands who might say something a little insensitive. They might. And then the most of the time, people are just normal people who don't care what somebody looks like, as like whether or not they're good people or not. And that's the thing. It's so crazy that we're in this sort of witch hunt sort of era of society where they want to go out of their way to say you're sexist, you're racist, you're misogynist, you're homophobic, you're ableist, you're whatever, just so that they have something to use against you. It's like they can't take anything into context. They can't actually read what you said. And it's getting ridiculous. If you don't watch space sci-fi, watch The Orville or Origin of a CD. And why a Mary Poppins sequel? I don't know why a Mary Poppins sequel. They almost got me. It actually looked okay for about a second, and I started thinking, oh, no. This might not be a good idea. And hello, Tommy Richards. Welcome. I'm a human, shoot me. I know. Oh, ableist. Ableist is a new one I learned that doesn't even, you can't even look it up in the dictionary. You can't even correct it. Or at least I don't think you can. Where you are supposed to be prejudice against differently abled people. Yeah, that's a new one too. So we have all these assholes going around being offended on behalf of everyone and not doing a damn thing to help the people that they're supposedly on the side of. They're just going and taking things people say out of context and calling them names like ableist or racist or sexist. And you know, seriously, you know, when people say, oh, you're just a misogynist or something, I love to go and say, you know what? You don't need to defend me. I don't need you. I don't need this person defending me because of that. And I see a lot of people, you know, like people of, you know, different ethnicities than I am saying, yeah, I don't want these people going out of their way to be offended on my behalf. I love your hair color. Oh, thank you. I think it actually matches me. Okay. Do we need another supercalifragilisticexpialidocious? I don't know. I don't think so. Maybe. It's never about helping those people. It's about using them as an excuse to attack people and justify them. Exactly. And hello, Lionel Verser. What does saccharin mean? Oh, saccharin is one of those terms that I kind of used to be sickeningly sweet, very sanitized. Saccharin, from what I can remember, it was a sugar substitute, basically, like a very, very super sweet sugar substitute. Like if you use a scoop of sugar, you would use like a teaspoon of saccharin. And it was kind of like overly sanitized, overly purified, overly sterilized. But yeah, your red hair is awesome. Thank you. I know people always say, oh, you look like an SJW with red hair. No, SJWs have hair that they like don't maintain. They have it, it's blotchy, it's patchy. Mine, I mean, I do need to cover my roots, but that's going to be probably after the move. No, mine, I do take care of it a little bit. I use the pigment to kind of keep it redder. It is getting a little pink here and there, but that might just be the camera angle. Purple hair. I don't know if I'd want purple. I'm so pale. I don't know if I'd want purple hair. Playing colleges, the left got control of teaching, and now we're seeing them show up in lower school brainwashing kids to become crybaby wimps. I don't think that's entirely the case. I think that a lot of it is kids are being taught to recite back instead of question and learn. So when colleges teach something like, you know, white men kind of had a history of being kind of crappy for this time period until about here, the little kids here, or I say little kids, like the 20-year-old college kids here, all white men are bad because they don't hear everything you say. They don't process. They don't read every single word you say. They recycle and they recite and spout back the same thing.
Excellent!
Oh, thank you so much, David Pfeiffer. You do a better job of packing than my brother did when he moved out. Oh, thank you. I try. I don't like getting my stuff broken, so I try. It's modern education, creating a generation of parents. Also, I really appreciate this super chat. Oh, they really do help towards the expenses of getting out to Colorado, and hopefully I should be okay in living out the hopefully it'll be okay to live out there. I don't know. Worst case is I just stay with my mom forever. That's not fun, but yes, can't succumb to insecurity. Yeah. And yeah, they brainwash a lot of these kids into just becoming parrots. They're just mimics. They don't spend time teaching kids. They teach them how to recite back the same thing. You're moving into a condo with your mom, Todd, Andrew Barnett. That's not bad. Condos are okay. The parents of SJWs are the hippies. Actually, the parents of the SJWs are more my age, and my mom was a hippie. Because I'm older than I look. I'm a lot older than I look. So the kids nowadays that are coming out of college are kind of the SJW types. So they're kind of, like, their parents were Generation X. Their parents were wearing flannel and listening to Nirvana. And now these kids are, like, coming out of college, and a lot of them are under 30. A lot of them are... So I'm maybe my generation and about a decade above me. They come out of college and they're kind of so locked in this no negativity sort of mindset. They can't say anything bad about anything. And they have this whole generation of, oh, it's cringy, therefore it's good and it's fun. We can watch something because it's cringe. We can watch something because it's bad. And then they get mad at you for genuinely disliking something. It's like, you guys are genuinely disliking something as well. You just don't know the verbiage to use to actually hate something or dislike it. You guys watch it because it's cringe. You guys watch it to hate watch it just as much as we do. And then you can't say anything negative. So you have to go through and say, oh, it's so diverse. Because you're so afraid of being called a racist or a sexist. Knobs, I bought a pair of nicer volume knobs on eBay. Oh, you forgot to tell you I have another guitar upgrade I purchased. Okay. Volume knobs, awesome. What do you think would happen if, say, a white person comes in, can't speak Spanish, but comes from a family of Hispanics, and has a Spanish last name? How would SJWs react to that person? Well, watch Born in East LA, I would say. But he's a Hispanic person. He didn't speak Spanish. Cheech Marin. Watch Born in East LA. That's all I can say. That one, it kind of reminds me of Born in East LA. They took the whole irony thing too far. I don't watch or do anything ironically. If I hate something, I won't watch it. End of story. Well, no, it's that's the thing. If I hate something, I will watch it and complain about it for YouTube. A lot of the time, though, I can look at a trailer of something and hate it from the trailer. And I get a lot of people saying, oh, well, how do you know? You just looked at the trailer. Yeah, that's what the trailer is there for. It is there to advertise whether or not you're going to want to see the thing. If I see the shrill yelling and the bad art design on the new She-Ra, I'm going to say, no, this looks like shit. Stop playing, you're only 27. I wish. I wish. I think I'm falling in like with you, a Born in East LA reference. Dude, Born in East LA, I watched a million times as a kid. Actually, on the 420 super chat, we've got, I think, something from Up in Smoke on there. Or the Streamlabs, either.
Excellent!
Oh, thank you so much. As I've been tricked before, are you a trap kidding? Also, would put on the peach crown if it was real. What's the peach crown? What is the peach crown? I am not a trap, but what is a peach crown? I don't know. I gotta Google what a peach crown is. Oh no. Am I an old person? Do I not know? Oh, from Mario, like Princess Peach? Cal art style is animation cancer. That Cal art style is just lazy. It's not even... Peach crown is the thing that turns guys into girls, right? Oh, okay. And then the Mario Brothers game? Well, I like Princess Peach. I do have a lot of the Mario games. Or at least a lot of the newer ones. Maybe this younger generation doesn't have a comparison for what's good and bad. Yeah, I think so. I think that's it. They like things because they're cringy. I don't think they understand because they're not allowed to say anything negative. Also, thank you so much for the super chat, Mr. Roboto. I really do appreciate it. It's where the Bowsette female Bowser thing comes from. Oh, okay. I missed that one. The only meme I've seen recently is the NPC one. Okay, it turns you into Princess Peach. Well, I don't mind being I wouldn't mind being Princess Peach. That being said, like, I'm actually kind of looking forward to the new Smash Brothers game when that comes out, but I don't know. Princess Peach she's okay. I don't know. But I'm not a trap or anything. Oh, Brian Finley, thanks so much for the £5 super chat. I really appreciate it. Also, I like seeing the pound sign in front of us. It reminds me of England. I went there a few years ago. Why does everyone act like SJWs are new? They've been around since the 80s. That is true. We had the PC people coming up in the 80s and 90s. We had a lot of that. It's just that
Excellent!
I think they've gotten louder and more dangerous, though. They've infected our stuff. In the 80s and 90s, we at least had we had less stuff that people were offended by. I mean, they would get offended, but they didn't cater to those people. Right? So that's kind of my thought on it. That once the entertainment started being infected with it, that's when a lot of us kind of started. And of course, YouTube became a thing. We started YouTube channels. We started complaining about it, and I think that's part of why the SJW thing is so annoying now, is because it's leaking into anything that we use to distract ourselves from reality and politics and all that stuff. Rob says the difference now, unlike the 80s, they have found a way to find each other through the internet. That too. Yeah, and they're also more violent now and stupid. That as well. Truth, the internet is a trap. It is. It is. We were offended when people were being offensive. Yeah. That and sexual content. That's true. Yes. Oh, hi, Marks. It is true, though. Blue Cat says, the uber-religious folks said that violence in movies and video games would corrupt kids from the devil, from what I recall. Oh, that was another thing. They just weren't they weren't called social justice warriors. They were the moral majority and the PMRC and those type of people. And they were usually super conservative people. They were usually these kind of religious, holy roller types, the very moral high ground sort of people. And yeah, that was definitely where a lot of that came from when they started censoring Mortal Kombat, or they were saying, oh yeah, Dungeons and Dragons is going to make you in league with the devil, and I kind of look at that and laugh and say, this is what I grew up with, was hearing about was how wrong these things were, and I'm rebellious. Hands down, by nature, I am so rebellious no matter what. If you tell me not to do something, or you tell me something's bad or I shouldn't like it, then I'm going to hands down probably watch it. Or if you tell me I should like something, then I'm probably not. I'm so rebellious. Yeah, Angry Mr. Flibble. It used to be the religious right telling people what they can and can't do. Now it's the authoritarian left. Yeah, it's weird how things have flipped. Yep. Yeah, Bill Maher said it used to be the right that had to stick up his ass. Exactly. There was the PMRC, the moral majority. We had that very what was the type of religious people that like Ronald Reagan and George Bush were? Not the evangelistic. Sarah probably remembers. There was like a certain religion that the president was. I want to say it was George Bush. It might have been Reagan though, and they were very much they were very much catering to the very conservative, very anti-fun, moral majority sort of people. Evangelicals. They were the evangelicals. That's right. Joe Shatterstar. Did you know Seth MacFarlane's first acting was him making a Star Trek fan film when he was a teenager? Well, that was his first fan film, I think. I think he was acting anyway before that, though. I know he took voice lessons from a neighbor. Him and his sister did. So they were doing singing and stuff. Dungeons and Dragons did introduce me to my Lord Satan. Yeah. The religious right. They were. Or they were Presbyterian. I know they were like, oh, they were fundamentalists. I think that was it. But would it be an endless cycle where you'll always have people coming up, being uptight about things? I think so. And for a while there, we got okay. For a little while, we got all right in the 90s, I think. And we were kind of eye-rolling. Oh, my God, you're politically correct. Who cares? And then it just kind of went nuts. Like, even in school, we used to make fun of it. I had a teacher. She was my creative writing teacher in high school. She brought in a book, and this was like 95 or something. 94, 95. She brought in a book, Snow White and the Seven Vertically Challenged Men, because you couldn't say dwarf in the 90s. That was actually politically incorrect. Now dwarf is proper-ish. I have no idea. But yeah. Same thing, evangelicals are usually fundamentalists. The satanic panic of the 80s. It was fun. It was crazy. They would be like, oh no, devil's music and the devil's video games, like, or not even video games, board games, Dungeons and Dragons and stuff. We barely had video games then. And then they were calling out all the blood and violence and stuff like Mortal Kombat, and every time we have that, we kind of come around. And this is, I think, why we have like a lot of, we have like the 20-something-year-old kind of SJWs saying you can't do anything. And then we have like the 10-year-olds on Call of Duty and Friday the 13th, the video game, yelling cuss words over and over again, because I think they find their the older generation than them kind of ridiculous. And I'm looking at that generation and then the one behind it playing video games. I'm like, yeah, I can see where you guys are coming from. They are kind of ridiculous. But oh no, Nightbot got you. It was a link. I'm sorry. Yeah, the bot will delete the links and it'll only be a 5-second thing. I'm sorry. They were the Skull and Bone Society, Illuminati, therefore worshipped by Columbia and Baphomet. Well, don't forget like the Hellfire Club, and don't forget the God. There was a whole. I have a book on the occult that I packed, and I would just use that as like a reference for all the terms and stuff. The Age of Chick Tracts. If you don't know what they are the little religious comic books talking about the evils of D&D. Oh no. That's crazy. Glad my parents didn't buy the PC crap in the 90s. Yeah, and when I was a teenager in the 90s, I'm like, you know what? Screw this. I'm not dealing with any of this stuff. Stone Cold 10X. I'm religious, but I still play Mortal Kombat. We ain't all crazy. And that's the thing. I don't mean to like knock religious people in general, just like the real crazy ones. Same thing with like, it's the same thing with like saying the people of this political party are kind of crazy versus the people over here. It's like, no, it's not all of them. And I try and kind of, I try and not separate people based on their individual sort of beliefs and stuff, because we're all kind of coming together here, these channels, for a higher purpose anyway. We're kind of calling out pop culture. We're kind of calling out the bullshit, the censorship, the separatism, and we don't want to be separated like that. They're super funny to read, but they're also awful. D&D didn't make me worship Satan. Satan did. I guess my parents didn't buy into the PC culture. Gotta get them a card for that one. Yes, as I like to say, I look beyond the labels. That's the thing. I mean, they keep trying to label us and separate us. They're like, okay, well, if you're this religion, you're this political party, and you're of this, ethnicity, and you're this and this and this. And people don't need to be compartmentalized like that. We're not commodities. We're not junk you throw in a junk drawer. We're people. We have individual thoughts. We don't always think the same thing. We don't always agree. But when we kind of get into these sort of buzzword spouting, PC culture and SJWism and stuff, and I hate using those terms so that there's no other way to use it. Once we kind of get into that, where we just kind of mimic and recite back everything that they tell us to say, we kind of all become NPCs ourselves. We become non-player characters. We're just reciting back the same buzzwords. And this is why I kind of call them out on it. And I kind of throw in my own ones every now and then, like weaponized diversity. But that's about it. You're gonna wander to Walmart later to see how the Discovery sets are selling. Are they even in Walmart? Why would they be in Walmart? They probably don't even like load them up. Ghost led me down the brimstone path. All right. Oh, Ghost was great. Ghost was awesome.
Greetings, my excellent
TJ
friend.
Ring just subscribed. Thank you for being a brand new subscriber. Also, if you guys are brand new to the stream and you do subscribe during the stream and have your subscriptions set to public, you'll have a little pop up. Fanatic. Jeez, I remember going to the 80s when every record played backwards summoned Beelzebub. I know. Or made you kill yourself like in Judas Priest. I remember when I was a kid listening to that trial, like the outcome of the trial on the radio. And I remember the DJ coming on. I think it was Max Hammer it probably was, or Crank and Craig. It was one of those guys on Z-Rock. I had the cassette for years and years and years where I recorded it, where he was like, Judas Priest are innocent. Remember when stained class went to trial because they said that they had the backmasting. If you play the record backwards, it said do it, and the judge is like, no, that's just a chance combination of like the musical instruments. It was so dumb. Yes, Z-Rock. So Z-Rock was this little station out of Texas that we got up all the way up to Colorado. It was on 560 AM. I still have my Metal Militia dog tag, which I just packed up, actually. I was also supposed to say F the Lord. Yeah. So do you remember on Beavis and Butthead, they actually had... He did a backwards thing where Mike Judge did a backwards thing where it said stay in school and obey your parents for Beavis one time. Hello from Texas, Stone Cold 10X. Well, welcome. That's what got you into radio, Rich Lawrence. I loved Z-Rock so much. I was like addicted to it when I was 10. From about like 1988 to about 91. And then they took it off. And then they brought it back for a little bit. And it was never quite the same when they brought it back. But no, Z-Rock was amazing. I still remember like the DJs. You had Crank and Craig, Max Hammer. Jason Lee Tipton was overnight. I used to listen to Headbangers Heaven more than anything. It was on at like 11 o'clock at night. And they played stuff like Overkill and Slayer. And they had like Metallica every Monday on that. That was great. Or Whiplash Wednesday. It was every Wednesday they had Metallica. It was Wednesday they played Metallica. They didn't do it Monday. Hello, Abby Coltrane. It was ABC Radio. See, I didn't have ABC Radio. From Coleman footage. Sorry I'm late. Don't worry. Don't worry about it. Still remember when 560 AM was a real station. Yeah. God, AM radio isn't a thing anymore. We do satire with Go as Disney would own Family Guy and The Simpsons. Oh, God. Hopefully Disney doesn't ruin Family Guy and The Simpsons. Mandatory Metallica. That was one of them. Oh, my God. Mandatory Metallica. Dr. Demento got me to the radio. I've listened to a lot of Dr. Demento, too. A lot of it. Hello, Nihilist. Hello, Mecca from Canada. Welcome. Yeah, Dr. Demento was amazing, too. I was such a radio addict. This is why I can't hear any radio song from, like, that played in between, like, 1989 and probably 1998, even. Because I switched over to, like, alternative station. I'm a huge music geek, probably more than TV and movies and any of that. But, yeah. Excited for the move. It's coming up on Saturday, right? Yeah, I'm kind of scared. I'm kind of terrified. It should be okay. I mean, gas is not going to be that much money. It's just... Hello, Mary Highland. Don't forget neutering the Orville. I don't think they will. I don't think they'll neuter the Orville. Love Dr. Demento. He was the man. I think it's still there. 560 KLZ. Oh my God, KLZ rock. Or did they change it to Z-Rock? KLZ. KLZ was Z-Rock. Well, you remember KZ. Captain April probably remembers KAZY and then KBPI, and then they switched. Or no, they didn't switch. They just moved KBPI up one. Wow, that's crazy. He streams online now. That's good. Lesbian seagull teacher now works for Disney. I know. Did you hear about the Diablo controversy? Which one? Was there more? I heard about they introduced the mobile game. Everybody booed. Then they released a little bit of Diablo 4 to like one of their shill Kotaku sites. And that was like an attempt to get their stock prices up. That might be it. I miss all music from the 90s especially. Fan addict. I first started Alice in Chains on Beavis and Butthead. It was back when they reviewed bands. I just remember Beavis saying, these guys are pissed off. First time I heard Alice in Chains was on probably Z-Rock. They played We Die Young. That was their first song. And they were still marketed as a metal band because that was back when they opened for Anthrax. Just realized my copy of AM by Wilco isn't ripped to my hard drive. I actually had that album, maybe? Is that the one with Box Full of Letters? That's the only Wilco album I had. Our Bell from Coast to Coast AM used to do an excellent reverse speech of Clinton and NASA with David John Oates. Yeah, I never listened to Art Bell. I don't know. The Coast to Coast AM stuff was a little bit too... It's like I like hearing about UFO stuff. I like hearing about supernatural stuff. I love hearing about that stuff, but I'm more skeptical. I like kind of doing a little bit more research than just. So Coast to Coast AM seemed a little too. A little too. This is definitely real sort of thing. I don't know. I'm a little more skeptical, just a little. Now AM stations are creepy small channels you can never hear fully. That's true. We have Nightbot. What about a Hydrate Bot? Well, I have Mecha Bot. Let me find Mecha, my little random bot. Here, let me turn on my random bot. Not conspiracy theorist. No, I mean I like hearing about them. I just don't always believe them. I think that's the thing. There's a lot of them that I just don't believe because there's proof that they're not real. And when I hear people kind of spouting off that something's real, I'm like, oh, you're not. You didn't hear the research. You didn't do the research on this. So that's a little disheartening sometimes. But other than that, it just depends. I miss CDs. I still have CDs. I packed a whole thing of CDs. I used to listen to Coast. I was in junior high and high school. See, for junior high and high school, for me was like Dr. Demento for the most part. A lot of Dr. Demento, a lot of like the really heavy metal channels, like because they were playing Type O Negative and King Diamond and those type of stuff. Yeah, CDs went away. No, I still buy them every now and then. It depends on what I'm getting. There's a lot of the times I can just listen to the song on YouTube. Pretty much anything I want, I can listen to on YouTube now. What about your whole Yokai Watch collection? That's in a box. That's in 3 boxes, at least. Best Buy doesn't sell CDs anymore, I know. They don't. Santa's 100% real. I've seen him at my mall. That's just a helper. He's not the real Santa, sadly. I mean, he might be. He might be the real Santa. Yeah, they're compact discs until you get about 20 of them. Try like 7,000 of them. King Diamond, let me help you out of your chair, Grandma. I saw King Diamond twice, actually. I saw him on tour for House of God, and then I saw him a couple years ago for Slayer. So I'll buy CDs. I have to find them on Amazon. Yeah, for me, a lot of the time I'll just buy a ticket to the concert and buy a T-shirt or buy a jacket or something when I'm at a concert. I'll buy merch. I'll buy merch instead of CDs because I can listen to the CDs anywhere on YouTube and it'll probably just sound just as good. No Presents for Christmas. I have No Presents for Christmas on the deluxe. I think it's on. Is it on Conspiracy? I don't remember. Fatal Portrait. It might be on Fatal Portrait. It's on the deluxe Fatal Portrait, I think. No one wants a rewritten Prime Universe. Nobody does want a rewritten Prime Universe. That's true. You didn't tell us, spoiler alert, why did you tell me Santa was only a helper? I don't know for sure, though. That's the thing. CDs are going the way of the dinosaurs. So is physical media. Physical media is, like, disappearing. It takes up so much space, but that's the problem. Once it's gone, and I was telling people this for years and years, unless you're just going to download this, don't just trust your iTunes service to keep this thing. You have to have backups. You have to have, you have to have it on like 3 different computers or else it might go away forever. So if you actually are paying money for these things, this is why I never recommend people paying money for a digital download of anything. If you're going to be paying money for something, have the physical thing because you can always rip the physical thing. You can always find something to play the physical thing, right? I want a copy on my computer at least. That's me too. The rewritten Prime universe is overriding the original Trek universe. I think it's trying to, but here's the thing: do we really? We are the fans. We give them money. They kind of keep forgetting that we give them money. We can just say no. I reject your shitty Star Trek, and Star Trek ended at Nemesis, or Star Trek ended at Voyager. You know, because of how Enterprise ended, I can say that Enterprise completely never happened because it ended as a holodeck recreation. You know, it ended as a holo program. So did Enterprise even happen? I don't think it did. On the Blu-ray, I barely buy Blu-ray. Actually, I stopped buying a lot of physical media when I really slowed down collecting that stuff, and I started collecting more toys and stuff again. And I kind of come and go in waves. Sometimes I'll be like, I want to buy every single DVD, but that's the thing. So many DVDs and Blu-rays and stuff. There's not a lot of stuff I was waiting for to come out that came out, except for the Batman TV series that finally came out a few years ago. Laugh-In finally came out in its entirety, so I had to pick that up. Once You Can't Do That on Television comes out in its entirety, I will pick that up, hands down. Actually, is it out yet? I absolutely need that if it is. I always have to do quick searches every now and then. There's a few of them that I really, really want. And other than that, yeah, Enterprise happened. Maybe exactly not like how we were showing, but the major events probably happened. Yeah, probably. Oh my god, they have a Barf Burger t-shirt. That's amazing. Oh, they have volumes. They have a Barfy Burger shirt. Blue skies. Barfy Burgers. Girls. Oh, they have it in different colors. Now I gotta throw this on my display capture. Oh, reset transform. Look at that. Barfy Burgers. That is amazing. What do you think's in the burger? Well, the special sauce. I mean, oh, they have in different colors. Oh, you can put in women's shirts. Women's shirts don't fit very well. I mean, they kind of do, depending on the shirt. That's the women's shirt version. Yeah, men's fit better. Oh, you can get it in white and green. Oh, these are cool. Oh, I like that color. That's awesome. I can't afford it. Hello, Stephanie B. You have to go. Oh, thank you for being here, Dr. Coffin. Dr. Coffin Nails. I don't know, slimed. Did you guys watch that as kids? I watched that. Major Wolf. I think of Enterprise as a holodeck fantasy loosely based on historical records with lots of extrapolation. At least most of Enterprise can be explained away by the temporal Cold War that was later undone. That too. The special sauce is made of ground up rainbows. Actually, no, the special sauce is puke. You did. You had a crush on Moose. She wasn't that unattractive. I mean, she wasn't fat like they were saying she was. Hello, Justin Ovi. Or Ove. I don't know if I'm saying your name right. You're so welcome, Dr. Coffin Nails. Well, yeah, thank you so much. Having a good night. Kinda. I think so. I was just trying to... My room is so echoey now. Like, there's nothing in here, so I had to take down my posters. I still have this one. I still have Jason looking at me and Freddy. So at least if I have Jason and Freddy. There's no way I missed the last stream in the office. Oh, thank you, Stephanie B. I appreciate you guys coming out here and hanging out. It really means a lot to me. I'm getting stuffy, too, because this cold just will not go away. You watch the show all the time. Awesome. That's off topic, but this is in response to Rotten Tomatoes score of She-Ra and Princess in Power. I actually watched 3 episodes so far, and to be honest, it's not half bad. I mean, if you like that sort of thing, that's fine. I just... I don't like animation. Like, I don't like modern animation anyway. I hate cringy voice acting. Yeah, I don't know. It's Ovi. You're good. Awesome. Just hopped in for a head off to Magical Workland. Oh, Magical Workland. Empty Selves look so sad. I want to film the G.I. Joes and Transformers. You could. You absolutely could. I've got my old laptop in the case. That needs to go in a poster or not a poster thing. All my posters need to get packed up too. My laptop needs to go in a suitcase, and I think that's about it. Well, I don't think it'll go in a suitcase. That'll go in a box. Which one? It's gotta go finish up, or gotta get up early. Let me get caught up on Flash, Big Bang, and SEAL Team. Wow. Do you like shows where episodes come out all at once or weekly episodes? It depends on the show. If they come out all at once, then that means I have to like take a day to watch them. If they're at once a week, then I can kind of sprinkle them in, and it's easier to schedule 1 hour a week than it is to find one day to just dedicate to one show. It depends. It really depends. The animation was meh, but the storyline is decent. I'm still waiting for Star Wars Resistance to get anywhere. I haven't watched this. I haven't watched Star Wars Resistance. Action Force, not G.I. Joe. Flash is getting good. See, I didn't watch Flash. I didn't watch any of that. Stephanie B says, I feel kind of sad. Don't stay away too long. You shouldn't be whiny. You're going to be so busy. I'm not going to be away super long. I mean, I probably am going to record some sort of video tonight to upload tomorrow. Saturday and Sunday, I just might not be able to upload videos, but I'll try. I'll try and get something from like the road, or maybe I'll find some unusual thing to talk about on the way. I don't know. Hello, David Johnson. I don't know. I mean, that's the thing. So I have 2 of those U-Haul pod things. One of them is like halfway loaded. All I have to do is like get this stuff. Oh, I need to replace my desk. I'm leaving my desk, sadly, which sucks because I've had this desk since like 2004. No, 2002, 2003 maybe. I think when I got this desk. It's about time to get a new one. I think I can replace one with one exactly like it for like $100. It's not a big deal, but I'm so used to it, and it's like it's my desk. So I'm gonna have to replace that once I get out there. And I know they have IKEAs, and they have I can probably just order one off of Amazon. I don't know. They're saying Legends of Tomorrow is on the verge of cancellation. I haven't seen that. I really haven't. The CDs purchased in the 90s starting to disintegrate. There was a show on National Geographic for life after people, which showed CDs and Blu-ray will only last 20 years. I don't think they are. I don't know. I don't think so. I'm gonna try and I'm gonna have to go and like listen to one. Thank you for the hello. I try and talk to everybody in chat. I can't always get to absolutely everybody. I mean, the super chats and stuff, obviously, I answer every single one of those. But I try and hit up as many people as I can anyway in the chat. If you guys are brand new to the channel. Also, if you haven't subscribed yet, I do have the pop-ups for that. That's for CDRs. Oh yeah, the CDRs do disintegrate. Because maybe the end of Season 2 STD will have Captain Riker and his first officer beta and this STD holodeck program. Riker says, I've had enough of these holo novels. That would be perfect. That would be perfect. That would be the best way to end this. Or have Q come in and be like, oh my god, this was a fun experience. Snap his finger and we're back to normal. Something like that. Can I unsubscribe and resubscribe to hear George again? If you want. If you want. Anyone hyped for Ivan Ortega's re-edit of The Last Jedi? Yes. Oh, that's going to be awesome. That is going to be awesome. Q Hollow City of Squad. What is that? Seraph says, regular CDs have an estimated longevity about 200 years, but depending on circumstances. Yeah, CDRs do disintegrate. I have a lot of stuff on CDR and DVD-R. Like, I've got all of Gaki no Sky on CDR, DVD-R. You need help when you settle in. I could tweet, retweet, whatever. Promo you in Asgard for sure. Hey, if you want, I don't want to like put anybody out, but I do absolutely appreciate retweets and promotions and stuff. Absolutely, 100%. I don't want to like ask people to do that and put anybody out though. But yeah, anytime people do want to retweet or, you know, if they have Discord servers and stuff and you guys do want to, I absolutely appreciate that. I've been so bad about putting them on my own Discord servers, even. And one production CD disintegrate, the metallic film in the back disintegrated. Yeah, sometimes the metallic film on the CDs will disintegrate because that's what the actual thing is on, the recording is on. So if it has a chip in it or it like bends or something, sometimes that metal film will disintegrate and peel off. Destiny Captain. So way back at the end of TNG, we had All Good Things where Q put Picard in a situation where his actions in the future affected the past. Yes. That's what we need to do again. We just need to have Q come back and be like, okay, this was a fun experiment. And snap his fingers. You would never put me out, Stephanie B says. Oh, thank you. I don't want to like, I don't want to make people like do anything that if they want to and have time, that's great. But Matthew Brandt, what I think about it? Riker would make a good showrunner. They need to make a series based off the books of Star Trek Titan. They could. Anything. I think anybody would be a better showrunner than what we have with Alex Kurtzman. Alex Kurtzman doesn't know what he's doing, I don't think. And that's kind of like so many of these new shows like She-Ra and Star Trek Discovery, and like they don't know what they're doing. This is why all the talented people from Star Trek are on the Orville and fans love it. I see Q going to the Orville. Well, they might have something similar. I wouldn't put it past them to have something similar. If a new Picard series were to revisit this, oh yeah, you could have Q come into the Picard series, and you could even have Keegan Delancey play him, because if John Delancey's getting too old or whatever, have the son come in, because the son came in and played the Q son, his real life son came in on Voyager. You could have him come in and basically go to Picard and say and take Picard into the Discovery universe. And Picard has to be outraged at how the universe is, and then they could fix it. They wouldn't do it, but I'd love to see John Delancey on Orville. Yeah, he could be on Orville as something. Absolutely. Alex Kurtzman is a hack who somehow managed to fail upwards. That's what they all do. They all fail upwards. They should treat Star Trek Discovery and Enterprise like when Bobby Ewing stepped out of the shower. And the whole season of Dallas was a dream Pamela had. That's what they should do. Hello, Darth Gavel. Hi, YouTube Harpy. I have to get to work, but don't stay away too long. You're here. I won't. So I will probably upload some sort of video tomorrow. I think I know what it's going to be already. And probably Saturday, Sunday are going to be the real bulk of everything, the bulk of driving. Monday, I should be able to get back to uploading some sort of videos. I mean, even Saturday and Sunday, I'm going to try and upload something. But that's about it. And usually I do take Saturdays and Sundays off from uploading anyway. But Sundays are Doctor Who days. So Doctor Who might have to wait a few days for the next episode review of Doctor Who. Please no Thundercats roar, no. Stephanie B. I remember my mom watching Dallas. Bobby was a bae. They brought back Dallas a few years ago, maybe like 5 or 6 years ago. And they had all the original cast until Larry Hagman died, and that's when they ended up canceling it. Where are we moving to? Just back to Colorado. So yeah, good 15-hour drive from the Midwest. From the snowy Midwest to the snowy mountains. But it's warmer there. Go figure. Dallas is one of my earliest memories. My mom loved the show back in the day, Blue Cat 42 says. Yeah, my mom watched Dallas too when I was a kid. Fan addict. I'm exhausted by reboots. There's some original and decent stuff out there. The Terror, The Haunting of Hill House, Season 7 of Venture Brothers. See, I can never get into Venture Brothers, but, I understand it has this fan base. The card series would be about setting this right. I would hope so. I hope so. It got bad after Hagman died. I think Dallas was kind of weird anyway, though, because it was like every episode there was like a major somebody double-crossed somebody sort of thing. I watched some of it. I did watch it. It was interesting. I'll put it that way. It was really interesting. They had so many, the Dallas reboot had so many, like, it wasn't even a reboot, it was a sequel. So it had so many new characters come in that were like, every episode was like this major season finale sort of thing. And I think that's kind of one of the things that hurt it. I don't remember the original Dallas having pretty much every episode being so many people getting double-crossed. How bad will a Shrek reboot be? Oh god, are they still insisting on doing the Shrek reboot? There should be a name for this reboot exhaustion disorder. Yeah, it's reboot fatigue, that's for sure. That's one of them. Definitely reboot fatigue. I don't know. Reboot exhaustion disorder is good too. How about a Worf series? Well, Michael Dorn does not want to go through the makeup that they're putting in on the Klingons now. And I don't blame him, because they can't emote through it. They can't act through it. Are you in my swamp? Oh god, Shrek. Yeah, and Shrek reboot. Why? We don't need a reboot. They just made a sequel not that long ago. They were perfect the way they were. I'm not the hugest Shrek fan in the world, but I can understand it has its fan base. You don't need to reboot Shrek. Make a new thing. That's why Shrek did so well in the first place. You already had... It was a new thing. It was taking the classic fairy tales, making them just modern enough to appeal to today's kids. They made this whole new universe and mythology out of them. Make something new. Take something and make it inspired by something we have, Look at Hotel Transylvania. That's another one that's like new. I know a lot of people don't like it, but they're taking something established like all the old horror movie monsters, and they made it for kids, and they made it animated, and of course it helps that Gendy Tartakovsky is like behind the animation, and he's directing them and stuff. But they took something that we already had, some established sort of folklore, and they changed it up enough to make it its own thing. They weren't just making a Dracula reboot, even though Dracula's the main character in it. It's crazy. Don't do it. Michael Dorn wanted to do a Captain Morph series, but we got STD instead. Thanks, CBS.
Greetings, my excellent friend.
Subscribe. Thank you for a random subscriber. Do you believe V should be rebooted again? No, it shouldn't, because they didn't finish it last time. I don't think. I remember watching the reboot. It was a reboot, and then halfway through they changed it into a sequel. Yeah, if you're still making a sequel, don't make a reboot. Exactly. Reboots are okay for shows that didn't really hit their potential. An anime can do decent reboots, I suppose. I mean, if they want to reboot something, reboot some show like Small Wonder that only had a season, or Manimal. Do something like that. But those shows are so cheesy anyway. What they can do if they want to reboot. And here's the thing, don't reboot stuff. But if they're dead set on doing that, find something like My Mother the Car. Find something obscure that only had maybe 1 season or 2 seasons. Find something that didn't have an opportunity. And reboot that for Netflix for like a season. Just make a structured, do like anime does. We have 10 episodes, 13 episodes, whatever the run would be. We are making a overarching story arc that ends after this episode. Just make an anthology sort of thing, and you don't have to remake and reboot anything. Yeah, Small Wonder. I do remember Small Wonder a little bit. BSG only had 1 season. Yeah, and well, Battlestar Galactica came back with 5 seasons then. Manimal, wow. What about That's Incredible? Why not bring back That's Incredible, damn it. Bring back That's Incredible. I'm old. Heck yeah, Freakazoid. They could bring back... Freakazoid had 2 seasons. It had 2 really strong seasons. Who is still alive of like the secondary people? Is Jonathan Harris still alive? I don't think so. Ed Asner, he's still alive? I think he's still alive. Bring back Ed Asner. Of course, the voice actor from Freakazoid, who was the writer of the series. Yes, of course, he would come back. Love Freakazoid. They brought back Twin Peaks. They should do that more. I heard that the Twin Peaks reboot was kind of terrible, though. Ed Asner died. He might... Alf on Melmac. Well, they were going to bring back they were going to do an Alf reboot for a little bit. Green Acres reboot. Green Acres lasted like 4 or 5 seasons, though, didn't it? Green Acres lasted. It ran its course. They don't need to... I would say Petticoat Junction, maybe, because that only lasted a couple of seasons, maybe. Or The Mothers-in-Law, those type of shows. They could redo something like The Mothers-in-Law, where you have, and they could even make it, see, here's the thing. So The Mothers-in-Law was Kay Ballard and, Eve Arden, I want to say. So you had Kay Ballard playing like the ethnic person back in the 60s when Italians were considered ethnic. So you make some sort of series now with The Mothers-in-Law and make it an African-American mother and a Hispanic mother. And their kids they're next door neighbors all their lives. Their kids fall in love and get married, and then they have to blend the 2 families. And because this is today's day and age, the kids end up moving in with the parents in like the garage or whatever, or the basement. Something like that. They could really come and bring back The Mothers-in-Law as some sort of a reboot easily, very easily, and they could make a show where the actual issues of diversity come into play, and they could really do it in an intelligent way. Absolutely do that. And they would never do it because it's stupid. Reboot Disney Afternoon. Tomorrow People from 90s Nick. I didn't watch that one. There's a lot of 90s Nick stuff I missed. Remington Steele reboot. They could remake Double Trouble. That was another. God, I watched that one. Now the twins. I can't remember that. Oh, we just rerun Disney Afternoon. I didn't watch. I wasn't a Disney fan, but Golden Girls. I'm beginning to think Betty White is immortal. Well, they already have the Golden Girls reboot, which is Hot in Cleveland, and Betty White's on it. Sliders would be a bunch of SJWs sliding from world to world, telling them that the Orange Man is bad. American Gladiators. They already have the American Gladiators reboot. It's called Ninja Warrior. No, it's not. Actually, Ninja Warrior is kind of a reboot of Sasuke anyway. Reboot Monkey Magic. Reboot Pete and Pete. Damn it. They would never do Pete and Pete. I went back and watched some Pete and Pete a few years ago, and it was so 90s. Just the music was like 1994. So 1994, 95. Did I ever watch The Secrets of the Hidden Temple? Not much. I was a little old for it, but I watched a few episodes, I think. I was a huge game show fan. Reboot of Exo Squad. Reboot the She-Ra reboot with consistent characters, art, and story. What do you think about the Tick? I watched the Tick cartoon like way back. I don't remember much of it. I liked the first live action series. I have not watched the new one. I kind of need to. I believe Sliders deserves a reboot. I don't know. I mean, there's some sci-fi shows. I think there was one I was watching. Maybe Firefly. They could reboot Firefly. That would probably piss everybody off. They can continue it. They can make like different people from Firefly. They did reboot American Gladiators. It sucked. Oh no. I had the older Pete in one of the classes I taught. He was kind of stuck schmuck. Aw. Well, Little Pete was off. I liked Little Pete. He was my favorite. I really liked Little Pete more. The older kid from Pete and Pete. Yeah, Shiny. They made the Legend of the Hidden Temple movie a few years ago. Why? Who currently voices Danger Boat in the live action Tick? I don't know. I haven't watched it. Oh, Jose Luis Castellanos. Thank you so much. Mexican $10 super chat. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Hopefully it'll pop up in a second. Thank you so much. Love. What a Firefly reboot. Would a Firefly reboot?
Excellent!
Would a Firefly reboot piss people off, though, I wonder? Because you have such iconic characters. I mean, if they could continue it in some way, like have the new adventures of Mal Reynolds or have the new adventures of, Kaylee or something, of some of the surviving people, have like the new adventures of. I mean, it would suck because you wouldn't have Wash, but what you could do, you could have him come back as like his evil twin or something. That's how you could do it. They could seriously bring back Firefly. They could continue it. That would be good. They should just continue it. Firefly reboot. The internet would blow up. I mean, if they just continued it. See, that's the type of stuff that we never get. But, I mean, they would need so much money to get those people back. Hail Mecca, thank you so much. And I really appreciate the super chat. Yeah, you need to do a continuation. You do. Brent Newman, I do a job, I get paid. Hello, the Clown Shark. I'm gonna reboot of Galaxy of Terror. Reboot the BBC version of the Avengers. Oh, that went on for so long, though. That went on forever. Just forever and ever and ever. Nathan Fillion would definitely be up for it. And probably Alan Tudyk. I mean, he seems like you couldn't do it without him, so they'd have to like bring him back as like his twin brother or something. He would have to be Wash, but not really. He would probably have to be such a similar character. Yeah, I have no faith in reboots. The SJWs would ruin it all. Well, remember that Firefly was kind of diverse anyway. I mean, you had the interracial marriage, which didn't really matter because you're in space, so who the hell cares? And you had a diverse cast anyway. You had a Brazilian girl as the whore, and you had Reboot the Langoliers. Oh God, the Langoliers. The crossover of Airplane and Langoliers. That would be good. The Langoliers was terrible. So that's one of the things. If they want to reboot stuff, they need to reboot stuff that everybody hates. I think that the Golden Years, Stephen King's Golden Years, was worse than the Langoliers. And I'll tell you why. That one, I want my 3 hours back. I watched the DVD of that. I had a box set with like a lot of the Stephen King miniseries. I want my 3 hours back. Langoliers, I can say, you know what, it wasn't that great, but it had its moments. It had, Balky was in it, and it had its moments. It wasn't terrible. Golden Years, Stephen King's Golden Years was terrible. Absolute waste of time. The miniseries freaked you out. The book was better on the Langoliers. Stephen King is so hit or miss with me. So hit or miss. Why do so many Stephen King titles sound like bad pornos? They do. They do. Reboots. Are you getting for Black Friday or Cyber Monday? I don't know if I'll have money to do anything for Black Friday or Cyber Monday. I kind of want Monopoly for millennials just because that's kind of hilarious. But I don't know. We'll have to see if I'm out and about. I don't need a new PlayStation. I don't know what other stuff is out there for Black Friday or Cyber Monday. Because, I'm going to have to be paying, Colorado rent. So I don't know if I'm going to have money for anything. Who made Nightbot? I don't know. Was rebooted on Netflix. Oh, God. Check game sales for the Switch. I saw that. I didn't see any games on Switch I really needed. Because I already have pretty much anything good. And the only one that I'm kind of thinking about buying is Smash Brothers and that's December 6th or something. So I'm kind of thinking about that. Yeah, avoid Black Friday shopping like the plague. I know. Well, I might get Monopoly for millennials on Black Friday. That might be fun. Octopath is a Dream. I don't have... Well, I don't have time. I just don't know if I have $60 to buy a game that I might play for 10 minutes. But I need it. I need to get it one of these days. But a Bonanza reboot. I miss Westerns. I miss Westerns too. They need to bring back more Westerns. Do more Westerns and don't make them so dark and so gritty. Don't make them so R-rated. That was kind of my problem with Deadwood. It was so R-rated. What about the D&D style show on CBS all these years ago? Not the Saturday cartoon. I don't remember that one. I remember when I was a kid watching Saturday morning cartoons, I loved Pee-wee's Playhouse and Land of the Lost. They reran the 70s Land of the Lost in the early 80s. Yeah, no more remakes either. I heard they're remaking Pirates of the Caribbean. They are. So we just had a new movie last year, and now they're already rebooting it. They're already remaking it. Why? You don't need to remake it again. Have you seen Westwood? No, I haven't. I heard the second season was terrible. Or is that Westworld? What's Westwood? I haven't seen that one. Western Son. Did you ever see The Quick and the Dead with Sharon Stone and Leonardo DiCaprio? Yes, I think I did. That was the one with Sam Raimi, right? Yeah, I did see that one. I actually liked that one. Hello, Marcus. Does it still have Johnny Depp or is he unpopular? No, Johnny Depp's not going to be in the new Pirates from what I thought. I read his Westworld. No, I heard the second season was hot SJW dog shit. Yeah, it's because they want it makes money. The most recent Pirates of the Caribbean movie made a shit ton of money overseas. It didn't make anything domestically. Hello, CD Horde. Ice Pirates needs a reboot. No, leave the kind of cheesy, low-budget B-movie stuff alone. We don't need reboots. We really don't. Raimi's one of the best filmmakers out there. Yeah. Oh, well, Sam Raimi's stuff was actually pretty decent. I liked his Western. Prefer if Disney redid Haunted Mansion instead of Pirates of the Caribbean. They could do that. Well, I don't think that they think it's going to make as much money because haunted stuff and spooky stuff and ghost stuff they can only really put out in October, according to Disney or whatever. I would watch it year round. Pirates, I think that they think has more mass market appeal, but I don't know. A Centurions reboot and live action movie. Oh no, we need more Machete. Reboot Fraggle Rock. Well, Fraggle Rock already has like a reboot sequel sort of thing. It's called Doozers, and it is like a CG kids show, and I guess it's supposed to be pretty good for being like a preschool show. It's definitely a 7-year-old and under sort of thing. So they do have they do have a new version of Fraggle Rock. At least the Dark Crystal is a continuation. Well, is it a prequel or a sequel? Because I know the book, there are novels that are prequels. Sorry, I'm putting my headphones away while I'm thinking of it. No, it's a small world. Yeah, I grew up with Fraggle Rock too. I love Fraggle Rock. Absolutely. No, it's a small world. Oh God. Yeah. Why didn't they make It's a Small World to ride into a thing? I don't know. The Doozers are my favorite. They were cute. That's what they need. This is bad. Last year I almost bought the Funkos of the Fraggles because they had doozers in them. Like they had the Fraggle and they came with a little doozer and it was adorable. One of them had Cotterpin. Like, oh, you got Cotterpin, the little girl doozer. It was so cute. Chad says, I haven't seen the Dark Crystal since the 80s. I remember really loving it. Me too. That was like my favorite one, was the Dark Crystal in the 80s. Just looked on IMDb. Sam Raimi is doing a Last of Us movie. Is he? Oh, wow. That's cool. Yes, look, Ma, I caught a Fraggle. Do you guys remember the Fraggle Rock book series commercial where the kid's like, I love Fraggle Rock? It's like, so there's this commercial, right? There's a commercial from the 80s where they're advertising books to get your kids to read. So he turns on he's watching the TV. He gets through the theme song. He turns off the TV, gets up and dances, I love Fraggle Rock. I'm like, dude, why'd you turn off the TV? They just started the show, you stupid kid. So he turns off the show to go and read the book about Fraggles. I don't get it. It's one of the craziest commercials ever. We use a new Ewok Christmas special. No. Sweet Pickles. Oh, God, I had the Sweet Pickles books when I was a kid. I was really little. Clown Shark. Sorry, I forgot my place. What do you mean your place? There is no my place. Need more Chuck Norris. Sorry, if I don't see every single comment, it's because you guys are flying pretty quick. Woke Ewoks. We already have that. They're called porgs. No, I like porgs. He's was a fun time. PG movies back then would be R-rated today. Can't believe Gremlins was PG. Yeah, Gremlins was PG. Raiders of the Lost Ark, right? Poltergeist was PG. Do you remember Sweet Valley High? I did read the Sweet Valley Twins books when I was like 10, and I read some of the Sweet Valley High books. Yes, I did. And I read a lot of the Babysitter's Club books, and I think there was one, Taffy Sinclair was one of them that I read. A few of those. Yeah, I read a crap ton when I was a kid. I read all the time. Overlord, the movies are good for their series, like the Overlord anime. See, this is what I'm confusing, because Seraph is always talking about the Overlord anime, so I know nothing about the Overlord movie that came out. I would eat a pork out of spite. They were cute though. Those big stupid eyes looking up at you. Your title scared me, the last live stream. Oh, this is the last live stream from here. You thought you meant Doomcock. Oh no, Overlord the anime. There's an anime of it's basically like the bad guy is your main character. I don't know that much. I thought the anime were movies. No, I think they're just no, it's just a series. But then there's like a new movie called Overlord that I keep confusing. I think that's probably why it's not doing too well at the box office. But no. It was an Abrams new Nazi zombie movie. Oh God, why? J.J. Abrams? Stupid. Oh, we don't need Nazi zombies. This isn't Call of Duty. We don't need them. They should do a series based on Larry Niven's Ringworld series of books or Peter Hamilton's Night Dawn trilogy of books. I'd love to see the Neutronic Alchemist on TV. They could do that, or like a Discworld TV series. I know they have a cartoon of one of them. You know, do Terry Pratchett's Discworld. Give Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy a proper treatment again. You got that mixed with Overfiend. I remember what Legend of the Overfiend is. Did you ever see the Hoob Jibs? I have not. JJ needs to take a year or two off. You know, JJ can just retire. He doesn't need that much money. You know, if I had $25 million, which is what they paid Alex Kurtzman for these new Star Trek series, by the way. If I had $25 million, I would just retire. Seriously. A new Hitchhiker's miniseries. I think, no, I don't want a miniseries. I want them to have enough, I want them to have the scripts scripted out to make each book into a TV series, into each season. They need to do the proper 5-season run. They need to dedicate each book to a season, and the season about cricket is going to be terrible and boring because that's where I always lose play place in the book. But once we get Arthur laid and he starts flying around, I think it's gonna be fun, because then we could make it like kind of PG-13 rated that season, and it'd be like Arthur gets a flying fuck. I would love it. It would be great. But it'll never happen. But did you say George Martin is finally doing wild cards? What is George Martin doing with what is wild cards? I have no idea what that is. I know George R.R. Martin is the Game of Thrones guy, right? Stream keeps locking on me. I'm sorry. That's probably your internet. Captain April, if you're still at Starbucks or something. Just you do 4. The way Hitchhiker's Guide works is that every reiteration changes. The BBC radio show, the books, the TV, the movie, even the audiobooks were different than the books. Yeah, well, and this is why I do have, for the drive, one of the things I'm thinking of is the Hitchhiker's radio series is on my old-ass MP3 player. I've got the radio series and I have the books on tape. So there's something to think about for the radio, for the drive. It was a series he did before Game of Thrones. It's based on superheroes, aliens, and powers. That's weird. The series was great. I never heard of it. You think the Star Wars sequel trilogy would have worked better if Dark Empire had been sourced? I think anything would have been better for the sequel trilogy. Anything for Star Wars would have been better than what we got. And the sequels should have been made 20 years ago. They should have been made in the early 90s. That's just it. Listen to the audiobooks. How are they different? The audiobooks are the same as the books, I think. Well, the audiobooks have the sound effects. Yeah, don't forget your towel. You always need to know where your towel is. Book series I'd like to see as a show is Robert Aspen's Fuel Company series. Everyone's saying Thrawn. Matt Vermillion, Thrawn. Everyone wants the Thrawn series for Star Wars. That would be okay. I wouldn't mind. Here's the thing. If we want, if we're going the YA route, I would say the Merciless series are ones that I would want for a TV series. They would never be able to do it because it'd be gory and violent as fuck. But do the Merciless series as a TV show. I know that they've got Survive the Night. I think Pharrell Williams, the singer, bought the rights to Survive the Night. If you're going YA, this is horror though. So, did you ever hear the Spock versus Q audio play? I have not. There's so much Star Wars and Star Trek stuff, both of them that I have not seen and heard, sadly. Sounds really good. Okay, so the Merciless series is kind of like The Exorcist meets Mean Girls, sort of. It's very gory and violent, and it's one of those things where you don't know who to be rooting for. Do you want to be rooting for the people trying to save the people they think are possessed, or are you supposed to be rooting for the possessed people? And I love that it's written that way. And Danielle Vega also writes under the name Danielle Rollins, and she has a couple of other books that are like, there's one like a girl in prison with, near a girl who has pyrokinetic powers, and then there's this kind of a sequel to that. And yeah, it's just really cool. It's really cool. Looking for the bad guys. Oh, it's not really. I usually sometimes the bad guys are more interesting. Sometimes they're more interesting. And that's one of the problems I have with a lot of these new properties is the bad guys aren't very interesting. Feels company is like Tony Stark, Stripes, Star Wars, and Star Trek had a love child. Wow, Stripes. I finally saw Stripes. I guess since it was R-rated, I wasn't allowed to see it as a kid for some reason. It was interesting, though. So I'm probably going to stop streaming about 15 minutes here. I don't want to go over 2 hours, especially since I have to load up the thing tomorrow. This is sad. I have to leave my desk. I don't think it's going to fit, and I have to buy a new desk once I get there. I think I'm okay. I think I can buy a new desk for $100. It's not going to be terrible. But I like this one because it has my little tray, and I've got room for my monitors. It's huge. I don't know. Probably all rated for the griddle scene. Oh no. But yeah. I'm also getting super tired apparently because like I've been sick and I've been like just working myself ragged. Poor Gage. Have a safe trip. Thank you so much. Strife feels like they had two scripts they stuck together. Yes. A new place, a new desk, new vibes. Yeah, I am bringing my cube storage though. I like my little. I've got like a whole bunch of these cubes, so I'm bringing those. The shelves. I don't know if I can bring the shelves. I don't think I can bring them. I've got like 4 of them, 3 of them down. I don't think they'll fit in the thing though. I mean, if they fit, great. If not, I don't know. I'm gonna miss my shelving. That's what's gonna suck. Hugs to random. Oh, thank you. Good night, gorgeous. Thank you so much, Clown Shark. Twilight Ruined Vampires, 50 Shades Ruined Love Stories. Yeah, oh god, 50 Shades of Grey.
Hail Satan! Hail Satan! Hail Satan! Hail
Here,
Satan!
Hanky Ready. Thank you so much, Brent Newman. Take care and good luck. Thank you so much. I love that one because it just makes me laugh so much. 50 Shades Ruined BBSM. Yeah. Do you think JMS will do a Babylon 5 reboot with a new cast or another spinoff for a la Crusade? I don't know if he's going to do any of that. I don't think he'll do any of it because I don't think he's getting up there in years. I don't think he wants to put the kind of effort and time into writing a new series. I don't know. I don't think so. Colorado quarantines porgs. Aw. Inkwell, good night, heading out, and good night all, and good luck with the move. Thank you for being here, Inkwell. I would like it if they redid Crusade. I would like it if they did a sequel, like a proper sequel. I don't know. Yeah, 50 Shades Redundant, everything. Love JMS, work for Marvel, read Supreme Power. I have not read any of his comic books, but I love Babylon 5, huge Babylon 5 fan. And I would love if Crusade just had like a movie ending. I don't think they're going to. Like a Babylon 6, I don't think they would. They could probably, well, they were setting up a Ranger thing and they never ended up doing it. 50 Shades ruined porn for me. Aw. Well, 50 Shades isn't porn. It's very much, God, they even had to like CG the nudity. She's not even naked in that. No, it's so weird. It's not even porn. I don't think it's crazy. Surfer Requiem was one of the most heartfelt books ever. JMS knocked it out of the park with that book. He's a good writer. He can actually develop a story. Yeah, CG nudity. They did CG Dakota Johnson naked. 50 Shades were needed for my 50 lamps. Softcore porn. That's kind of what it is. It's very much. I mean, you would get more porn if you watch Skinamax movies. Just go look up a Shannon Tweed movie. You'll get less plot and more actual porn. Or porn's available on the internet for free everywhere. You can tell 50 Shades is Twilight fanfic just from watching the trailer. That is true. It actually is. It literally is Twilight fanfic. She couldn't relate with the teenage characters, so she made them a little bit older, and she made the one like a rich businessman. It's absolutely her fan fiction version of Twilight, and it was popular. It went out on the fan fiction forums, and I think she got sued, so she had to change the names of the characters. CGI porn about that desperate. I know, you can just get real porn on the internet for free. It's nuts. I didn't even bother with any of the 50 Shades books. It was fun watching the YouTube video reviews. Yeah, I didn't read any of them. They looked terrible. Well, the Twilight movies were terrible. Yeah, CGI porn, just watch hentai. Exactly, you could just watch hentai. Supreme Power is basically what happens if America created the Justice League of America. That's odd. New York Times bestseller list. I think it was on the New York Times bestseller list. I think it was. If the Borg assimilated the Porg. There's somebody who has a Borg Porg sort of little icon in their YouTube channel. I don't remember which one, but somebody does. Oh man, I need to take some cold medicine again. I get so stuffy, and I think a lot of it's because I'm kicking up dust everywhere in the house, and my room is so echoey. It's so sad. So many late nights with Tweed. Shannon Tweed. Emmanuel. The Emmanuel movies, oh my god. What about Emmanuel in space? Fanatica. My wife and I tried to watch The Last 50 Shades. Nothing like softcore comedy porn. I wouldn't watch it. I mean, there's better stuff you can watch, right? I think there's better stuff you can watch. I think robots had allergies. I know. I have this cold that is like the tail end, but it just won't go away because I didn't sleep more than 4 hours a couple of nights ago. I've been kind of stressed and I've been trying to knock out videos too. So I've been trying to knock out videos and live streams. I did the 2 streams over on Midnight's Edge yesterday, which probably wiped me out way too much. Plus, I think I did two videos yesterday, 2 or 3. Plus the stream of the She-Ra stuff on Monday or Tuesday, whatever day She-Ra came out. Proposed streaming a bridged version of 50 Shades. I don't know if I would do that. Hello, Brian Grau. Why am I moving? I want to. I don't want to live here anymore. I want to go back to Colorado. I don't like Colorado. And hello, Brian Grau. 50 Shades Twilight reviews are much better than the actual movies. Yeah, and that's kind of how Star Wars and Star Trek are getting even. The reviews are better than the movies and the TV shows. I have it too. You gave it to me over YouTube. I'm sorry. Well, I had one, and then it went away during the concerts and stuff, and then it came back with the Force because I did not have time to get better or time to like build up my immune system because like right after I got the cold, I was immediately then packing and stuff. You get a chance to do a video on the BS audience reviews for She-Ra on Rotten Tomatoes. Not yet. That might be tomorrow's video. I think that might be tomorrow's video. A viral virus seems legit. Yeah, I think that's going to be the one that I'll probably record that after the stream. I'll probably eat something, rest for a little bit, then record it after the stream. And then I'll upload it at like 2 in the morning. So that'll be technically tomorrow's video. I left a review on Rotten Tomatoes for new She-Ra and I cracked some friends of it. Oh man, I didn't care enough to leave a review. I reviewed it on YouTube where more people can see it than the Rotten Tomatoes review. I wonder how bad the Jean-Luc Picard series will be. 25% different after all. Yes, it will be. Hello, Kelly Arch. Happy holidays early. Well, hello. How's it going? Yeah, I'll probably... So next week I'll just be in Colorado then for all the holidays now, which is great. Yes, eat, rest, record, sleep. That's kind of what it's going to be. Hello, Luid Melly Leon. I hope I'm saying your name right. And hello. Has anyone heard that Stan Lee died? Oh yeah, that was the huge news on Monday. That was every stream. I think we did a stream for that on Monday evening, if I remember right. God, I don't even remember what day it is at this point in time. Picard and Q raising a Borg son to be an upstanding citizen. Oh God, don't. Oh no. Picard series is him dealing with PTSD because of Wolf 359. Oh no, I don't think he would be. I hope he wouldn't be dealing with PTSD. They use that way too much. I believe Dune is getting reboot. I think so. Yes, time is different there. Yeah, you guys are an hour earlier, which isn't bad. See, then I can stream a little bit later. I can do streams just a little later because I will be 1 hour earlier. How much is my audience is male versus female? I think I have like a 96% male. I think it's mostly male. It's well over 90% male versus female. And most of the people are around like 30 to 60, which is great because like I can relate. I can relate to people that age. It's 3:55 a.m. here. I'm so sorry. I'm like, keeping you up. Another channel. The book's Q married Picard and Beverly. It was actually sweet. Oh, that's cool. I didn't see. I'm under 30, stone cold 10x. That's all right. No problem being under 30. I mean, it's just the majority are like 30 to 60. The only show that dealt with PTSD well was Sinclair on V5. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much anybody on Babylon 5 dealt with PTSD really well. And we're all in the 60s. Mr. Beast. I don't know who Mr. Beast is. I might have heard of Mr. Beast. Let's check out Patrick Stewart as Sejanus and I Claudius. He has hair. I don't think I saw that one. They didn't make any new Dune movie. I don't know why they would. I mean, they already had the mini series and then they had the movie. Like, I never got into Dune. I never cared about Dune. It was when I saw the first movie as a little kid. I kind of remember it. And then the remakes and the miniseries, miniseries and remake was just so boring. So MLB Death Dealer, I identify as a Romulan warbird. He donates thousands of dollars to streamers. Well, hey, let him know that I am moving and I desperately need it because Colorado rent is like so expensive. If he wants to come over to my stream and donate thousands of dollars to me, I would absolutely appreciate that. For whoever Mr. Beast is, I make YouTube videos, so I don't get a chance to watch a lot. Sadly, there's a lot of channels I just don't get a chance to watch anymore that I would love to have watched, but it's like today I missed a stream today because I was just so busy packing and stuff. Mecca will fit in, I don't know. Colorado's weed, good trade. Yeah, but weed is nice if you can afford it. It's kind of expensive too, that's the thing. Like, you can go in and it's like $20 for like 10 cookies, I think, or 10 gummies for like $25. So people who live in Colorado just can't afford. That's kind of the problem, is like being able to afford it there. Now, if you rent a walk-in closet, that's the thing. Then you gotta rent like a closet or something. Maybe the Borg will be the good guys, and it's about Locutus and how everyone's equal now. Oh God, don't do that. Don't do like gender swapping the Borg and stuff. Michigan legalized weed now. I think Wisconsin did too, finally, and of course now I'm moving out of Wisconsin. But Wisconsin's weather is shit, and my mother's in Colorado, and I don't wanna like leave her out there all alone. So you have your card. Well, yeah, I mean, like in Colorado, you just have to go in and to the stores. They just have them everywhere. Of course, it's so expensive you can't afford it if you live there. Whatever. I'm sure the rent and stuff will skyrocket here once it's legal out here too. I'm never leaving my hometown, Thomas Potts says. Yes, now everyone's doing it. And that's what we need, That's going to really help the economy, I think, everywhere. And hopefully it's not going to be something where I'll have to move back here. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, thank you guys so much for hanging out. It's been super fun. She got a robot roommate like in Futurama and live in his closet. I wish. I wish you could. I wish I could. Wisconsin legalized weed. I'm really out of the loop. Well, I think they passed a law, like the early part of it in this last election. I think it won. Just a little bit, but. Panic. Democrat states are taxed to death. I live in Chicago, Illinois. Supermajority is super screwed. Yeah. Well, Chicago's pretty expensive too. Neutron. Why they cancel is? Where's every episode? I don't know. I haven't seen it. I don't know. Maybe I'll watch it once I'm out there, if I can afford Netflix. We'll see. We're waiting for it here in Louisiana. Can you imagine the things we could cook? See, you can cook with it. Pretty much anything I use is like the edibles. That's it. I don't smoke, so. Now they'll ruin the Borg. Please stop giving me the ideas. Escape the Matrix says. I know. But yeah, thank you guys so much for hanging out. It has been super fun. Man. I think I need to make a video and eat and like rest and stuff. When I get super tired, I start to kind of like my brain shuts down too. And also I don't want to like just leave you guys here for more than 2 hours, because 2 hours is all anyone wants to watch playback. So, but they'll have an episode that makes fun of the toxic fan base, probably. But yeah, thank you guys so much for hanging out. These are really fun. I don't want to like stop streaming, and I'm gonna keep streaming. I don't think I'll be able to make any videos Saturday and Sunday. Monday probably. I'll try and make something. I'll probably get something up like at 2 a.m. or something for tomorrow. Kind of like I did with the Ghostbusters video today. I put that up super late because I recorded 2 or 3 videos yesterday. Thanks to Random and all. Thank you so much. It has been super fun. Don't do too much, you need to rest. I know, but there's stuff that needs to get done. I still have my desk to kind of throw into my purse, basically. Like, my Monotrons are going into my purse. These are going in my purse because I can just pop them out of out of these little stands, and those collapsed to nothing. So these are going in my purse. But yeah, other than that, God, my desk has to come apart tomorrow probably, so I won't have my computer for tomorrow. Well, you missed the cheese. They sell cheese everywhere. TARDIS purse. Well, I've got a giant batleth on my purse. If you're driving, you must make sure you get enough rest. Well, then that's not for a couple of days, so I can sleep tomorrow, maybe. We'll see. But yeah, it'll be fine. Please, more vids. I will be making a lot more videos too. Once I'm there, I will have my computer. Hopefully, I think I can fit it in the car. And I think worst case is like I pack up one of my monitors in. Worst case, I just work off of one monitor, and that's gonna suck for like. But I can do window captures. I can do sorted. Yeah. I'll figure it out. Worst case, I'll just do one monitor. Have you seen the X-Fix series that dropped called Super Drags? I have not. Computer should be the last thing you pack. It is. It's going to be the last thing. And I have to leave the desk here. So it's going to be the computer and the power strips, apparently, are going to be the last thing I pack. But yeah, if you've inventoried everything you're taking, it'll be fine. It's in the cubes. So naturally, I just got here. It's just not wrapping up. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. We've been going 2 hours, though. But thank you guys so much for hanging out. These are fun. I don't want to stop streaming, like, ever, but yeah, I know I have so much other stuff to do. I wanted to at least squeeze a quick stream in for you guys, and I don't want to go for, like, super long time, because I know sometimes people like to watch these back. But yeah, thank you guys so much, and I will see you guys, God, probably tomorrow. It's very fun. Thanks for hanging out with us. Well, yeah, and if you guys are brand new to the channel, I do these streams, like, 2 or 3 times a week. I don't know if I'll be able to do the Doctor Who video until, like, sometime next week, if I even watch the episode at all. So it's not going to be Sunday like they normally are, because I'm going to probably be super exhausted or driving or whatever. Maybe Monday or Tuesday, and it'll be from my mom's house, so the location will have nothing cool in the background, and I don't know if, like, I'll even have the camera set up in the right angle or anything, but we'll figure it out. I'll figure out some way to do it. It might not be a screenshot. It might even be like me holding my tablet up to me. But anyway, thank you guys so much. It has been super fun, and I will see you guys on the next live stream or video. Bye!